Hey, clickety clackers, it's CrazeWay with Sleepy. This was kind of came out of nowhere, but Eddie, as you can see, has gotten a message from Arthur saying they found someone who's been in protective custody, and Eddie's very interested in seeing them, considering they're his elder brother's twin sister, Jacquelyn. So, okay, beats being home. Why is she in a cottage in the middle of Cordella? We lived in Gridlock. They moved her this far. I mean, we were with Barney for a while, well, our uncle, but... Whew, okay. Hello? Hey!
Hey, Eddie.
It's been like
About a
9,
decade.
10 years. I didn't know how awkward this is gonna be. Hey, Jackie! Sorry, I don't call, I don't write. Kind of been in a whole nother dimension. Things kind of happened since Jack,
I
Jack
was.
did his thing.
I was told.
By who?
Well, when you lived with Barney, you
Yeah, we did.
left,
Barney's
and
an
he.
elder, I think. Is he still an elder?
Yeah,
Think weird to think of.
he's getting up
elder
there,
on the
but
planet.
he's still holding strong. You left, and
Yeah, I just
I stayed with him for a while, but he thought it was time for me to get a job and move out. So he set one up through the government, and he gave me a house.
all
It's
the way
not.
up in Cordella.
Yeah, it's not a mansion or anything, but it's a
I
nice
wouldn't
place
say
to
I
call
live in a
home.
mansion either, but I still live with Jack, so.
How has he been?
That depends. I mean, I kind of fucked him up for the rest of his life, so.
Huh?
Okay, so. I don't know how much they've told you, or if you've even seen Arthur post Jack's in a little coup, but. So.
Oh, I read some of the reports about it, but nothing too major.
Jackie, see, Jack was wanted for 8 years living off the streets like a hobo, and I was the only person he kept in contact with. Otherwise, he'd probably have been dead. And I built a machine that ripped a hole in time and space, and he sent him through the minute the prototype was done, which I shouldn't have done. I should have waited, but I cared more about him than I did testing my hypothesis for science. And he saw something while he was going through portals, and he hasn't been the same.
Is he safe?
Well, I assume so. I mean, most of the time he's perfectly normal, but then I like to call it impulsive insanity. He gets really dumb and really crazy, randomly. And then sometimes he retains memory of it, other times he doesn't. Him and his friend, who also has issues, Terrence, Biff, whatever you want to call him. Well, technically they're two different people in one body. Life's weird now.
Yeah, you seem to have a very interesting life before you, I guess.
So you've just been living... Listen, you've had a simple life, I guess. I think. I don't want to make any assumptions.
Well, more or less. Kinda hard for a little while.
Have you not heard from Jack since the incident?
No. He hasn't cared to talk.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he was kind of living off the... He has been, and then he was in another dimension for most of it. It wasn't until a few months ago that he was actually even allowed to legally come here. Then again, I don't know if he'd want you to see him in his current state. Probably be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, that sounds like Jack.
He's married.
To who?
A human. An Earthling.
Really?
Yeah. You know about Earth?
Only what I've read in reports.
He
I
married
don't
a
really
lady
get
named
out of the
Madison.
house much.
Apparently he met her because he went to a bank and tried to rob it, and she beat the shit out of him, and he liked that, so... She's him.
Maybe he, Does he at least like her? Does she like him?
I think so. They have 2 kids. One of them's adopted. I have a kid now. I have a wife.
Wait. How old was he when...
What do you mean? How old was he when?
Never mind. I'm gonna...
No. I'd like to... What do you mean? What's the issue?
How old was he when I'm assuming he got
Right.
his wife pregnant, right?
Yeah.
How old was he when that happened?
Oh, well, he wasn't on Earth until he was 23, and I assume his wife, well, Allison's 8 years old, and he's 36 now. So, 28. Well, 27 when he got her pregnant, 28 when she was born.
Okay, and what age was he when he got married?
26, 27.
Oh my god, it was a shotgun wedding?
Yeah, is that a problem? He's not legally a person on that planet.
Well, why isn't he? Didn't you guys just come up with a fake name?
No, he insisted he keep his name. We work for the probably richest person on the planet. I mean, now that I have my hands in there with an FBI agent, that probably means nothing to you. Don't worry about it.
FBI?
Yeah, it's like a... I don't know how to describe it. They're not a worldwide government. They have several governments, several different nations. Their planet isn't unified at all.
Sounds like chaos.
Yeah, it does. It really does sound like chaos. I mean,
Well-
Jack's got a job killing things now, so I guess that's that.
He's a mercenary?
No, he is a member of the ACT Act Abnormal Containment Team. Well, I mean, he basically runs it.
Oh.
Okay, so when I ripped a hole in time and space, this is gonna sound crazy.
Well, because nothing you've said yet has.
Demons are real.
I know.
What? You just know that. Okay.
Okay, well, I wasn't supposed to say anything because it's kind of a secret, but Arthur sort of instated this. Like you said, the ACT on Sataria, right? It's an abnormality discovery thing. I guess it's called the Abnormality Containment and Assessment Society. And all they do is grab the monsters. Apparently Adam's house was like infested with Adam Atlas. You know him, right?
Yeah, he was trying to kill her brother. I know.
Okay.
He was there when we had our battle against the god of chaos.
Okay.
Yeah, things have
Well,
happened.
Well, after that, they took some of the demonic bodies that persisted and we studied them.
Oh, you study them. Jack just likes to wipe them off the face of the earth. Or Shatari.
Yeah, which is fair. They don't last very long.
Jack
Yeah.
is what he likes to
Disappear.
call... He doesn't like using the D word because it triggers his madness. He doesn't call himself a demon hunter. He's like what he likes to call a paranormal investigator.
That's not really paranormal investigation. That more sounds like being a mercenary for demons. But
He calls it the abnormality destroyer. Yeah,
how
he's a
many
demon.
names for his? Okay, he's a demon hunter.
I mean, it's my fault they're free. Well, both of ours, I guess. But mostly mine. I'm the one who built the machine.
Well, nowadays we don't really get much demonic activity on Satari, so it doesn't really matter. So they switched me over to research analyst for some
Well, we do
secret
have-
projects.
This is where you live, though? Sorry,
Yeah.
It's quaint. It's not...
It's not very big. It's not grandiose or luxurious, but it's home.
There's 10 people who live in my house. Not counting the 2 people who have other people inside their minds.
Okay. Well, I guess if you need to bunk here, you can. I have 2 couches.
I don't need to come here. Yeah, but a lot's changed. There's Jack, his wife, Madison, their adopted daughter, Alice, their birth daughter, Allison. Turns out we have compatible DNA with Earthlings. There's me, my daughter, Evelyn, my wife, Alyssa, and there's Terrence, who has an alternate personality, which has somehow, thanks to Guap, become its own person, Biff. There's his wife, who I did the same thing for upon her request, so she wouldn't have to deal with Biff, and long story, there's Olive, and there's their adopted kid, Emily. All in our nice little, well, I'm gonna call it little, but house.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just get high when Jack's being a problem, and it just washes all my worries down the drain.
You do drugs?
Oh, I do a lot of them. I black out on the
Okay.
couch. Not something I'm proud
Oh.
of, but lets me deal with Jack and Biff. Normal Jack and Terrence aren't the problem. Look, it's so hard to explain. You'd have to see Jack in person. I would have asked him to come, but right now he's on a road trip with his bald buddy to go kill some mob boss. Everything. I sound like a rambling madman. Oh my god.
At least your life is interesting.
Isn't yours?
More or less, I guess. Every now and then I get reports about weird things cropping up, but nothing too major recently.
I could take you to Earth.
I think I'm good. From what I've heard, it sounds like a pretty hectic place to live.
Beats sitting on Satari doing nothing. I mean, I could tell Jack to go and come and visit when he gets back from whatever it is he's doing. He said he was going to kill a mob boss, but with him, that could mean he's going to the store to get cheese. It all depends on if he's sane or crazy at the moment.
Well, I don't want to bother him. You know, he can come if he wants.
It's
Not
been
exactly like we
21
don't have a lot to
years
talk
since the
about.
two of you have seen each other. And you're twins!
Yeah, I guess.
I could have found you at any time. I feel kind of like an ass that I didn't even come see you on July 29th and wish you happy birthday.
It's alright. You guys did what you had to do to make it out.
Yeah, but your last birthday, we could have come here. I just wasn't thinking about it. It's been so long.
Eddie, it's okay. After a while, you learn to let it go.
So can I ask about, you're a part of the government now, right? Why do they have guap? Adam told me about this. Who gave that to them? Because I sure didn't.
Well, it's kind of a roundabout story, but apparently that Parker Plague guy got it a while back, and he gave it to Xander, and Xander mass-produced it, and Adam...
Mass-produced it? He's giving it to the people of the planet?
Well, Adam and Arthur kind of...
He's telling people that you could just come back from the dead?
No. They diluted it so that it only heals your basic injuries.
Well,
But
they
since...
gave a bitch guap.
Since... Yeah.
Do you have any?
Not anything too major, just the basic stuff.
I can give you some if you want. I have the old back-to-life juice.
I think I'm good. I don't really get attacked all that often by anything.
I do. Well, I don't, but Jack does. Jack's probably got a lot more stories to tell.
Oh, sure.
Wait, let me get this straight. You, without interacting with him for 21 years, have become a paranormal investigator, which is almost the exact same thing as what he is.
Sort of, I guess.
That's
I mean, we are twins, aren't we?
Yeah, unless I've missed something.
So, why wouldn't we get interested in the same stuff?
It's just, it feels wrong. We haven't talked to you in...
Well, you've been busy. It's not like I haven't tried to talk to you guys, but after a while...
For a while I was in a whole other planet, so you're a little...
Yeah.
Whole different dimension. Jack's been there for the last 21 years. He's become an alcoholic.
I haven't really tried to contact you guys either.
True.
I just assumed you guys moved on and were doing other stuff.
Jack drinks now. Jack hates his life a lot, so... Well, I wouldn't say hates his life. He's kind of 50-50.
From what I've heard, I'd hate it too.
I mean, he likes the people. He loves his wife to death.
Well, I'm glad.
He's told stories about you to Allison and Alice. Allison's his birth daughter. Alice is adopted. 15 and 8, so...
Oh. Well, at least, hopefully they're good ones.
What's that mean?
You know, they're not...
Oh, no, Alice is just your run-of-the-mill, you know. Well, I'd say run-of-the-mill 15-year-old Earth girl, but you probably don't know what that means.
Nope.
Allison is... She's different. I mean... she's a lot like Evelyn, but my daughter's smarter than I was back then. Not smarter than me now. I would not. I mean, I'd be amazed if that were the case, but smarter than I was as a kid. But this isn't about me. I'm talking about Jack. Jack's kid is. She doesn't like violence, but I mean, she understands why Jack does what he does.
So she's a conscientious objector?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Then what does that have to do with her talking about me?
Oh, well. She's blonde like you. Jack tells her stories of you all the time. Well, what he can remember. I guess they're stories of his childhood, to be fair. You're just, there.
Part of it? Yeah.
I mean, you two did everything. I mean, I was there. But I was busy in my little lab building things. Jack was always the outgoing, let's go do this. And I just wanted to, invent.
Yeah.
Why am I looking at the ceiling?
They were good times back then.
Again, I can tell Jack to come visit you. Or ask.
It's fine. As long as he's happy.
He might have an episode, but
yeah. I don't want to cause him any harm or bother.
I don't think it would cause
As long
him
as I know
bother.
that he's happy and as long as I know that he's safe, I'm fine.
I'm surprised you don't hold a grudge against him. From what I've heard, he ruined your life.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't upset with him for a while, but
Did you believe it?
that he killed,
Did he
Dad?
kill Luca? Yeah.
well, I assumed he did.
Heard Xander claimed he killed Tasha too. Well, Mom.
Xander did.
He
But
didn't do that. by the way.
Xander also claimed that he was the greatest thing to ever happen to this planet.
You were in
Oh.
support of Jack's coup?
I wasn't in support of... Look, I don't try to play politics. I
fair.
just know that Jack was gone for a very long time, showed up on Satari, killed or did something to Uffenheimer, and left.
Were you informed that he showed up on Sifo too? He was really proud of that when he came back and told me. That he helped in the great war we're having apparently against Malifray.
No, he never told me about that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not. I'm not really helping the planet as much as I probably could against this Malifrayan issue, but I have my own things to deal with a literal demon god thing. So, a little bit more of
I get
a
it.
threat than Malifray could be. Trust me, if
Right.
Satari's ever in danger of being overtaken, I'm sure Jack and I will show up.
I get it. You're busy.
It's not
We've
an
got better
excuse.
things to
We
do.
just cut you out of our life for like 10 years. I mean, I could have at least talked to you. Jack has an excuse at least. He was wanted by the government. Up until recently.
There's no need to beat yourself up over it. Look, I was upset when it happened, and I was upset for a while afterwards, but I've been alone for long enough to realize that
Hey, I was with Barney with you. Uncle Barney.
I know, and I appreciated it, but you weren't with him forever,
No, I had to
and
go.
neither was
I
I.
had to help
Yeah.
Jack. Speaking of, is my interdimensional transport thing still in his basement?
It might not.
The
I don't
prototype.
know.
I condensed it to make it smaller. That's how we get forth and back. But the one I sent Jack through was a big clunky machine. And I left it under a tarp in his basement. And I really hope nobody's found that because they could use that to do things that they shouldn't.
I haven't been there in a while. It might be, it might not be.
Alright.
I know that I don't have the clearance to access it because it's not anywhere near my research. So
It was good to see you again. I should tell Jack.
you can if you want, but he
I should have
Don't-
brought. I could have brought my wife and kid. I didn't even think about that. It was just my sister.
don't feel under any obligation. We're adults. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's nice to hear from you, but we both have our own lives, and I'd
First, I thought
be
you
greedy.
had a kid.
No, I
Wrong window, I guess. I saw it when I was pulling in.
haven't really had the best luck with children.
What do you
Or
mean?
boys, for that matter.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you're barren, I mean, I have serums that can fix that.
But no. I'm just a terrible girlfriend.
I wouldn't say, well, I wouldn't know. I can show you some of the stuff we've been working on.
You're so inclined.
There's the front door. This way, right? No offense. What's in here? Oh,
That's a
I should
kitchen.
have guessed.
I don't have anything super weird in my house. I don't work here all that much.
So, the first thing I can show you, well, I mean, you already have guap, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the watered down version or the normal version. Jack had me, design, this was a weird request, I'm not setting this off. Jack had me build this.
That looks incredibly dangerous.
Oh, this is a nuclear device.
Oh!
If I shoot this off, it'll only kill all biological material within a 30-mile radius.
So, the entire forest and all the grass and stuff? Or just Satarian biological matter?
Well,
Or
see,
just humanoid?
for whatever reason, I haven't figured out why it doesn't work against plants. I think it's chlorophyll in them.
Well, I'd assume. I mean, it's not.
It
exactly
kills carbon-based life forms at the very least. And demons. It does that really good. Jack also had me build, this.
It's over 9,000!
What is that?
Or oh, this is what Jack calls the Annihilator.
A. I'm not gonna question what it does.
How many people come down this street?
Really, usually it's only truckers delivering stuff to a nearby store, so. I don't think shooting it off is a great idea.
It does
Ow!
that. Ooh. I didn't think you were close enough to the blast radius for that. Yeah, it does that. Don't worry about the fire. It'll go away on its own. It's got a little...
Okay.
Listen, mana manipulation... I don't know if you guys talk about mana.
It's very... very strange.
Listen, I'm very proud of this, okay? I built a weapon of... I know it's weird to be proud of building a weapon of mass destruction, but you have no idea how many times this thing has come in handy.
Hey, you know what? As long as you're happy with it, I'm happy too. And you're not killing anyone. That doesn't deserve it, I get. I'm glad that you're happy. Let's put
Jack
it like that.
axed a mob boss, I guess.
Was he supposed to?
I mean, the FBI agent asked him to. He's also a CIA agent.
Huh?
Our life is weird. Oh, let's just leave it at that. Jack would probably have a lot better stories. I'm usually passed out on the couch because I can't stand him. Well, not usually, but whenever all the weird stuff happens, the nutso stuff, I'm either, you know, behind the scenes working on the tech and not on the front lines, or him and Biff are destroying the house, so I'm out of it on my mind because I don't want to deal with that.
Oh. Okay. You guys lead an interesting life.
Yeah, I suppose we do. You sure you don't want to come visit?
No, it's fine. I've got stuff to catch up on anyway.
Your car looks like just... Why is your car so disgusting?
It's an old car.
You don't
But it
think you
works,
should, you
so...
don't think you should get a new one?
No, as long as it works, I guess it's fine.
Can you, like, not afford a new one?
No, I can, but I don't see the point in buying a new one when the old one works just fine.
Because it looks like it's gonna break apart.
No, I've been driving in it for a while. It's totally fine. Just because it looks bad doesn't mean it doesn't work well.
Well, I mean, at the very least, you could give it a touch-up. I mean, a few nanites can really change a thing.
What was that?
Oh, I use nanites to manipulate the mana and atoms into your car, and, you know... Science make it better! I mean, I don't think you're dumb, but I know.
I'm not an idiot.
Listen, I don't know if you understand my in-depth.
You manipulated the entomological aspects of my car.
When did you start studying?
I'm a research analyst. I need to know at least some things.
No offense,
Besides,
by
I've
the
been
way. When I left, you and Jack still isn't. I mean, Jack's not stupid. Like, you're not stupid, but if I started explaining to Jack in depth about how my nanites work, he'd look at me like I was, speaking a different language.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Judging from what you've said so far.
This is incredibly awkward.
A little bit. But it's nice to see you.
You really should go see Jack. It'd probably make him happy. Or at least I should tell Jack to come here.
Go right ahead.
Jack's-
I would love to see him.
Jack's been not having a good time. I mean, I wouldn't call him depressed, but life's just been kicking the ball. I mean, he's had his upsides, but how many upsides can you have when you're surrounded by death and demon monsters? And he saw Dad again.
How'd it go?
Dad tried to, our resurrected father tried to kill him.
Yeah,
And
that sounds like Dad.
Jack had to confront him after Dad poisoned Jack's daughter. Jack had to fix that, and then Jack had to use his life essence, willed it into a gun to defeat the god of chaos, or embodiment of chaos. Yeah, Jack's not having a good time.
You know, these all sound like really weird events you'd find in like a comic book or a weird TV series.
Yeah, I didn't believe it in either if I wasn't there.
Yeah. But at
I
least
didn't
you
even
guys
think
are...
Malice was real.
Really?
Well, yeah, I told you, we took out the god of chaos.
I thought those were... Well, I guess it would make sense. It would explain some of the weirder stuff that's been going on lately.
You mean the demons? No, those are the work of Satan.
Okay, well, now I'm
Lost?
a little bit. But I'm sure I can
We've only
catch
heard
up
of
with some
Satan
reading.
through myths and legends. The Earth people apparently knew about him, but to call him the Demon King, the devil.
Okay.
But the demons seem to flock to Malice, so wouldn't be too surprised if you mistaked him for him. Speaking of demons, Adam contacted me a little bit ago and sent me a message. There were some at the mall here.
Oh, I skimmed through the report. I should probably read it more in depth. Apparently it's closed off and we're supposed to be investigating it tomorrow, but I don't know if it's going to be anything interesting. It just sounds like your
We're
typical...
investigating it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, I'll call someone because I doubt him and his friend are investigating, but I'm sure he could take some time off to come and do his job.
Well, that would
He
be nice.
licks walls now. Listen, you have to see him.
He sounds like he saw something he wasn't supposed to see.
Oh,
but
he
then-
describes it as God.
Well, we can't exactly take what he describes it as at face value, can we? I mean, if he did
At
see
this
something
point,
he
I
wasn't
wouldn't be
supposed to see.
surprised. But I mean, I can't without a doubt say, yep, he saw the face of God. But you know what? A few years ago, I would have laughed in your face if you told me demons were going to start attacking. So,
You have to suspend your disbeliefs or some stuff.
yeah, I'll talk to him.
Alright. Well, it was nice seeing you.
Ditto. Are you going to the thing tomorrow that you said you were?
Planning on it? Why?
When?
I'd have to check the date. I think sometime around 2, 3 p.m.
Is Adam going to be there? Or is Adam
Should
doing
be.
his own thing?
Well,
Adam's supposed to be doing a lot of things.
Adam's supposed
Like, he's
to be
not
there, but
supposed to be in the Malifrane War, but he's doing that.
No. I don't know if I'm 100% on board with him being there, but at the same time, I don't know enough about it to really say anything about it in
Listen,
the first place.
I'm not gonna judge the Malv. I have no idea what's going on with Zatari and Malvray. I'm not here enough to.
I know we're at war, and I
Yeah, I
know
know that.
that they tried to kidnap his child, and that's
They sound
all
like bad guys, and that's all I need to be told.
Yeah.
Isn't that where we used to send our prisoners?
A while back, yeah.
Didn't one of our
But
cousins get sent there? Cyrus?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know one of us is on that psycho planet. Oh!
Well, one of us is a little bit of everywhere.
When was the last time you saw Lucas?
I don't know if I want to see Lucas.
Is he wanted still? Because
That's a nice way of saying it.
Unfortunately, he's on Earth now. So I get to see him all the time. And him and his friend stole from me. So now they have guap, weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, it's going great.
You gave Lucas a weapon of mass destruction?
I didn't give Lucas anything. He just decided who fun, mine now.
Oh, okay. So Lucas has weapons of mass destruction.
Luckily, he doesn't. His wives are there to. Yes, wives are there to calm him down.
Okay. Well, I'd keep an eye on that really closely, because he seems like a hairpin trigger for a lot of things.
Oh, he's nuts. He's
Oh,
worse
yeah.
than Jack.
I don't know. I haven't seen Jack since he left, so I... really
Jack
have a
never
great
told you
basis.
in the 8 years he was running around. Was it?
He never contacted me. I guess I understand it. Why would he? It's not exactly like I could do anything to help
I mean,
him.
he was talking to me because
You're smart.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I wasn't gonna blow myself, but I was building him the machine to get him out of here.
Yeah.
I'm impressed he survived that long. The Shadow Guard was looking for him. I did give him a cloaking device, so that might have helped him.
Well,
It's a shame. He wanted to be an author, and now he's doing this shit.
Shadow Guard weren't exactly great at their job sometimes
Weren't
either.
the two of you gonna write a book?
That was a long time ago. I barely remember what it was going to be about.
Jack hasn't given up on that. Writing a book. It's good that he still has his dreams. That's all he's got. Well, see, I make him sound really depressing because his life is awful. But trust me, he is not, you know, in the shit. He is. I mean, he gets pissed at his situation, but for the most part, he is very okay. I don't want to make this sound like, you know, Jack's drinking his life away. I mean, he is. It's hard.
Jack's in a very
Jack's
peculiar
Jack.
situation.
That's how to describe it. He's himself.
He's special.
Yeah.
That's all you needed to say. I'm sure inevitably when Jack shows up, because I think we both know he will.
Yeah.
I think he'll tell me all about it.
Well, it was nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you too.